Okay, NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs, this is how do I say this without being redundant? This is great basketball we're seeing. Unexpected by a lot, sure. Unexpected by me, for sure. The Raptors I think they're going to try and make me eat crow here. Let's see. Take a look in right now. Ooh, never mind. Right now they're down 21 points. Cleveland is up 41-20 with a little more than 9 minutes left in the second quarter. So, I don't know. Maybe home court means a lot in the NBA. Maybe guys really do just focus and play that much better on their home court because they have more, practice time on it. It's not like the stands are filled with people cheering while they're practicing. I never understood that argument. Oh, I get the lighting and I see the rim better because I take more shots on it. Well, then you add 10,000 people behind the rim, all waving and cheering and got different colors on. And sure, the NBA's got this new trend going on where they pass out colored shirts that make patterns, and it's really cool for the fans. But I've never gotten that in connection with the argument that I just see it better at home. It's some weird psychological thing I think that NBA players have about being at home and what that means, and some weird energy or support that they somehow gain from their fans being at home. I honestly never thought there was too much about home and away. I'm one of those guys. I think if you're a pro athlete, your best is your best. If you're not giving your best because you're not at home, or your best is somehow different because you're not at home, that didn't equate to me. That's not how I played. That's not how I did sports. It didn't matter home or away, baseball, basketball, football, swimming. I did swimming. It didn't matter. I went out and I gave 100%. For whatever reason, you see it a lot, especially in the NBA. Cleveland tonight, and most likely when we get to it, Golden State here in a couple days. It's crazy how much better they play at home. Toronto, Cleveland, they're tied at 2. I never saw that coming. I told you all. I didn't see this series going past 4 or 5 games. Now we're guaranteed 6. So for that, I commend Toronto. I commend what they're doing. I commend Ujiri, their GM, that the Nuggets let go after being GM of the year, to get the Raptors into the conference finals for the first time ever for the team that he's built up there. Now, that team might fall apart in this offseason if DeRozan takes off somewhere, but right now they're balling. They're fighting. They're going to have to figure out something here over the next 2.5 quarters, though, being down right now 23 points. Hope y'all are getting to watch the game a little bit. Now let's go to the other series. Up 3-1. We got Oklahoma City. And I told you all this a couple shows ago. I said, if Westbrook goes beast mode and balls out of control, it's going to be problems for Golden State. Now, Golden State is not playing well. I don't care if they're tired. I don't care if they're not focused. I don't care if they're mentally exhausted. They're not playing well. They're being beat up physically by an Oklahoma City team. They're being out-hustled. You don't see that will and that drive in them. What you see is Oklahoma City imposing their will on the media darling, who the media will love to pounce on if they don't win a championship after getting a regular season victory record. Which, I'm sorry. Sure, the Bulls can keep the title of the greatest team ever if Golden State doesn't win the championship this year on top of their 73 wins, because they won it the year they won 72. That does not take away from what that Golden State team accomplished in the regular season, winning 73 out of 82 games. That took a lot. Maybe more than what they had. Will it be disappointing from a story perspective? Sure. It would have been a great story to have 73 regular season wins, go through the playoffs, and win a second championship in a row. great story. But it's also a hard-fought season, and only one team goes home happy at the end of the year. Nobody's happy with second place, third place, fourth place. When you're a professional athlete, one team goes home happy at the end of the year, regardless of the regular season story or what the better story would have been, right? Can Golden State Stars come back and do something here at home? Because they have to win the next 3 games. Some people are saying Curry has to be their best player the next 3 games or they don't have a shot. Best player on the court in the next 3 games or they don't have a shot. Some people are saying that Draymond Green is the heart of that team and he has to step up his game. As much as I agree with their assessment of those players' roles, those are their roles on the team. The team is not playing good right now. The coach is being outcoached. Steve Kerr is being outcoached by Donovan. The players are being outplayed by OKC. If OKC stays on this roll, they're going to be tough to beat. They're going to be fun to watch in the finals if they stay on this roll. Westbrook is figuring it out. Sure, he gets triple-doubles, but that's based off pure athleticism and ability. If he can combine that with basketball IQ, do you know what you got? You have a more athletic, and yeah, I'm going to say this, a more athletic Magic Johnson. Believe that. He's putting up triple-doubles the way Magic can, the way Jason Kidd did. And that's without the trust and the distribution and the assists that he could be getting with his speed and athleticism if he combined it with knowledge and trust of his teammates. Now, I think he's turning that corner. I think we're seeing that in this playoffs. I think we're seeing them put everybody on notice who they are. It could allude to OKC maybe bringing both of them back and them not leaving in free agency. We'll have to see how that plays out. If they win a championship, it's going to be hard for those guys to walk away. So, I got a new segment that I'm going to break out tonight. And, it's just going to be something, again, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. And this segment's called Let's Get Real. So, this week it came out that the NFL was improperly influencing concussion research. Now, first thing I have to say on all of this is you have to be stupid to think that if you go and hit your head repeatedly, whether it's with a fist, a helmet, a body, the ground, a ball, or anything else, that you're not going to have some kind of long-term damage to your brain. If you took a 5th grade health class, a middle school health class, or a high school health class, you know that your brain is floating around in your head. Now, do you know the exact scientific and medical reasons and long-term effects that could happen? No. You might not know that, hey, I'm going to have this disease or this could be possible. But you know getting into it, you are taking a risk. So I'm really sick of these people who are saying the game's unsafe, the game shouldn't be played, the game needs to change, we need to play more like flag football. And don't get me wrong, I work for National Flag Football. NFL affiliated, great organization, great kids involved, great families. But when we're talking about tackle professional football, you know the risk you're taking into. You don't need to go sue the helmet provider because they didn't put a specific word on their helmet and you got hurt. You knew ahead of time. You don't need the coffee to say, caution, it's hot. Okay? Now, at the same time, you also don't need your employer lying to you about the effects or hiding the effects from you. Yes, you made the choice to go out there and play this sport that could give you irreparable damage to your body or your brain. It was a choice. Yes, you get paid a lot more than a lot of people to go and do that, and you made the choice to make that money. That doesn't mean you should be lied to by the people who are supposed to be looking out for your best will. So bad move, NFL. Another black eye on the league because you put money ahead of the game. You put the ugly side, the business, in front of the sport and the teams and the game. These people who are saying the game is too violent. We now have the Bills GM, Doug Wally, saying he doesn't think that humans should play this game. Now, he's come back out since then and said, oh, those weren't the words I meant. That's not how I meant it. I just meant this is a physical game and you can get hurt. Now, he played the game, but he's a GM. He's supposed to be building a team, right? In Buffalo, where guys already don't want to go as in free agency. And now they know that the guys who are running the team don't even think the players should be playing it. I'm sorry. If I'm his boss in Buffalo, I'm going to have to pull him in and tell him you got one last chance. Or I'd have to say, man, that was just dumb. You got to go. You made us all look dumb. Bad move on his part. He tried to fix it, made himself look bad. And you know what? That's it. Let's get real. That's the segment. That's the show tonight. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, this Wednesday night. Let's look at the score real quick before we go. Cleveland's up 49-28 right now, so a 21-point lead with a little more than 5 minutes to go until halftime. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Facebook, Real Deal Sports Talk with KP, on Twitter, Real Deal KVP, and I just launched a YouTube page, Kyle Purcell. You can follow the show there as well. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, keep it real.